What's up, YouTube? It's your boy. I'm back. uh, I think my message is always going to be about gang stalking, but I think it's a little different today. You know, I was thinking about Jeremiah, how God told Jeremiah, "Before I ever formed you, I knew you, and before you ever came forth out of the womb, I had ordained you a prophet among the nations." You know, and I was sitting back. I don't share everything that goes on with me and everything about my gang stalking because a lot of things are personal. But you know, like I said before, if y'all just knew the things that they do to my body, it's horrendous. If you, and I'm not gonna get into that, but I sat back and I asked the Lord. I said, and let me add. I know I'm all over the place, but let me add this. I am a recovering addict. You know, I'm in my sobriety right now from alcohol and drugs, and I'm doing well. But I had asked the Lord. I said, Lord, how do you expect me to stay sober, and you keep allowing these things to happen to me? You know, why would you allow them to do such things to me and then expect me not to retreat and go get high or get drunk? Because some of the stuff that they do to me is so bad. I feel like that's the only outing I have. I feel like that's the only option I have at that particular point. And I know you're saying, well, if you're a man of God, you have Jesus. You're supposed to get on your knees and pray. Yeah, that's the how can I put it? That's the uncut version of it. If you want the real, I am a man of God. I love the Lord. You understand what I'm saying? And I have a relationship with God. But there are sometimes I don't want to pray. There are sometimes I don't want to get on my knees and pray. You get what I'm saying? Because I'm a real nigga. And there are times in my life where things will hit me, and the last thing I'm thinking about is praying. I don't know how to handle the stuff that was just done to me. You get what I'm saying? And so my only option is to turn to alcohol and drugs. And now that I'm sober, I tell the Lord, I said, well, how can you expect me to get clean and get sober? And Jesus keeps telling me the same thing. You need to bring your problems onto me, lay them onto me, and I'll take care of them. Just because I don't take care of them when you want me to take care of them doesn't mean that I won't take care of them. But during the time when it's happening to me, that's the last thing on my mind. Not all the time, but you know, when it's being done, it's the last thing on my mind. You know, and the Lord told me, He said, Marshall, this is what you don't understand. If you only knew what I had in store for you, if you only knew the glorious things that I had in store for you, that little bitty trial that you're going through right now is nothing compared to what I have in store for you. And I guess, you know, that's to say, we know what the Bible says that the Lord has in store for us. But what about the things that He says eyes have not seen and ears have not heard, the things that I have in store for those whom I love? So can you imagine how much more God has in store for you that you don't even know about? Ears have not heard what He has in store for you. Eyes have not even seen. No one has ever seen what He has in store for you. You know? And when you sit back and you think about it, and I say, you know what? It's torturous. And it will bring you to the brink of suicide. I've thought about it, contemplated it many a times. But it's nothing compared to what the Lord has in store for us. And I think in the end, when it's all said and done, and we go through this right here, right, we'll look back and say, I would have done that 3 more times in order to get what God has in store for me right now. And we'll be thankful that the Lord has allowed us to go through that. But I was just thinking about that, and it hit me, because I realized that God knew what I would go through before I went through it. Ain't nothing in my life that He does not know about. He know my life was preordained before I was ever born. Just like people say that life has that there are coincidences in life. I beg to differ. You understand what I'm saying? Because I'm only speaking to the true targeted people, not the people who still believe in the government. But do you not know that God has a mark upon you? It's not so much of any. Let me tell you why the demons harass you. It's something that they call earmarked. Do you not know that you were earmarked before you were ever born? You were earmarked in the spirit, meaning that God has placed a mark upon you. And the demons can see that. Before you ever knew you had the mark, you had that mark on you. You were being gang stalked before you even, right when you could walk and crawl. You were being gang stalked and didn't know it. None of us did. But God knew that you would go through this, meaning that there are no coincidences in life. You get what I'm saying? Because when you look at it, you say, I guess it was just a coincidence that they threw Jonah over the boat. You get what I'm saying? I guess it was a coincidence. It was just a coincidence that the whale just happened to be coming by at the same time he got thrown over the boat and swallowed him up. It's just a coincidence that when he swallowed him up, he didn't chew him up, he didn't kill him, he didn't smack, he didn't drown. It's just a coincidence that all of a sudden that whale spit him out of his snout. None of that is coincidence. God knew what He was doing when Jonah fell over the boat. He knew He was going to rescue him. He knew He was going to save him. Nothing in this life is coincidence. Everything that's happening to you right now is happening for a reason, and God knows. And God knows the ends, the beginning and the end of this all. Just like the Lord knows the Lord knew when you was going to live, when you was going to be born, and how you're going to die. He knows the day. He knows the day. So nothing in this life is coincidence. And so I said all that to say that if, like the Lord says, I will never put more on you than you can bear. So you can trust and believe that if the Lord has put this upon you, that the battle is already won. Because if you could not defeat this, if you could not beat this, He would have never allowed it to come upon you. Now, I can say that there are different ways to defeat this. And if you don't choose His way, you won't defeat it. But if you choose the Lord's way, you can overcome this. You understand what I'm saying? He knew before He put it upon you that you would be able to defeat this thing that's upon you. That's why He allowed it upon you. He would never allow nothing on you that you cannot defeat. But you're going to have to do it through Him. You're not going to be able to defeat it on your own free will. You're not going to be able to defeat it on your own. It's going to take God. It's going to take Jesus to defeat this thing right here. But with Him, with His help, and through Him, it can be defeated. Gangstalking can be defeated. And there's a lot of people who has defeated this thing right here with the help of Jesus. But, I just brought that up to say that, I know a lot of people feel discouraged and a lot of people feel defeated and they feel like it's too much for them. And a lot of people want to give up and a lot of people want to throw their hands up and to wave the white flag and surrender. But know that when God placed this upon you, it was already defeated. Because if it wasn't defeated, He would never allow it to come upon you. You're just going to have to make the right choices and the right decisions on how to defeat it. You know, because if you're listening, see, think about it like this, brothers and sisters. Let's just say it's the government. You know, I don't want to knock nobody for their opinion. You know, I think everybody's entitled to their opinion. So now, can anybody tell me, if it's the government, how do you beat the government? You know, if someone knows something that I don't know, please help me. Please help me. Tell me, how do we fight the government? Because we're all spread abroad. Like they said that movie, Locked Up Abroad, we're all spread abroad. So, you know, none of us are in close proximity to one another. So, and a lot of us have depleted our funds. So now, we don't really have an opportunity to get to each other than communication by email, online, or maybe paper mail. So I'm trying to figure out, how do we defeat this? So what are we going to do? Come together? How are we going to come together? We're going to sign a petition. All the targeted individuals in the world, we're going to sign petitions and send it in to the government, because I'm trying to figure out, if the government is doing it, then who do we sign the petitions to you know, who do we give them to? I thought the government was the highest, you know, chain up there. You know, so what are we going to do? Picket? They're going to hold a rally and picket? I mean, somebody tell me, how do we defeat this, since it's the government? Let's just say you're correct. You're 100% correct and you're right. How do we defeat the government? Everybody knows what it is, but nobody has no solutions. You know, I'm looking for solutions. So can somebody email and tell me how we're going to defeat this thing, since it's the government? I ain't never known one person who can take on the government, let alone 100. You can try. You know, it doesn't beat a failure but a try. You know, but the truth of the matter is that it's not the government. It is the government. And it's all of the things that you say it is, right? It is all the things that you say it is. But we are in the last days. These people are filled with demonic spirits. The spirit of the Antichrist roams amongst us. So these people are wicked, evil, demonic. They have spirits inside of them that cause them to do the things that they do to you. So now, with these people being wicked, demonic, and full of evil spirits, you can't even defeat them, because you can't whoop a demon. So either way it goes, the glory still goes back to God, because you're going to need God or Jesus to even take on the government. If these people had no demonic spirits in them, and they were just regular, they were just the government with no spiritual attributes to this whole thing, you still was going to need God, because you can't take the government on by yourself. Even, you know, and then when you add in the fact that these people are demonically influenced, you don't stand a chance, man. So this is what the enemy does. He loves for you guys to sit there and believe bull crap like that. You know why? Because if you're steady looking into physical aspects of this gang stalking, COINTELPRO, and so I understand where it derived from, but you never look into the spiritual attributes of this thing right here. You know, you can tell me about the energy weapons. You can tell me about the voice, the skull, and COINTELPRO, and yada yada yada, and all the different technologies that they use, and all the different things that they use on targeted individuals. Okay, but I understand that. But can you tell me how to resolve it? How do we resolve it? You keep telling me about all the technologies that they have and who's doing it and how they're doing it and the different ways that they stalk us. Tell me how to resolve the situation. You know, that's what I would like to hear. I already know what they're doing to me. I just need to know how to fix it. Nobody has no solutions, because the solution is not physical. The solution is with God. And that's the only way this is going to be resolved, you know. And I hate to come at you brothers like this, but don't send me no more crap about the government. Because I'm starting to think that you're deliberately trying to steer me in the wrong direction. And my mind has been made up. I've been knew what it was. Y'all niggas is the ones who's late. You know, if you still thinking it's the government, I mean, man, I don't know what to tell you. I ain't gonna even clown. I was about to start clowning, but I ain't gonna even do that. You know, it's not for me to be clowning nobody. And is that I feel sorry for you, brother. And I will pray for y'all. You know, and I really feel sorry for these young niggas out here, because these young niggas really are on the government kick thing. I get it. I get what y'all saying, bro. But you niggas don't understand that they're full of demons. This is the last days. Satan has filled these people with demonic spirits, which cause them to do the things that they do to you. That's why it's spiritual. I understand you're saying they're using energy weapons. They're using this and that. They have this tactic. They have that tactic. They have people following you around. I understand people are breaking into your home. All of the people who are doing these things are influenced. Or maybe I should make it easier, because y'all might not understand certain words. They are possessed with demons. And that's why they are doing this to you. And God has gave them permission to do so. So now, somebody out there tell me how to resolve this without God, without Jesus, without the Bible, for that matter. One of you niggas hit me up and tell me how we gonna fix this situation right here without any three of those components. And if you can tell me how we gonna fix it and show me someone who's resolved it without those three components, I'll throw my hands up and say, you're right, bro. I apologize, and we gonna do it your way. So I'll be waiting for y'all comments. Peace.